Thank you, voice girl, and welcome to another edition of the Manspace Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, is my co-host who has been practicing the Chris Brown challenge, the one and only Big Les. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Hey, anybody know me know that that's a lot. I ain't got,
You ain't got the most. You ain't the
hey, bro.
most.
I got a little bit, bro, but I ain't got that time. I ain't got that type of energy. I ain't on that type of time right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't be jumping around like no 20-something-year-old cat. You know what I mean? Nah, that don't enthuse me no more. You know what I'm saying? What's been up with you, man?
Man, all has been good, man. All has been good. Just a week of travel, trying to get this foot back right, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, all has been good, man. I've been working on my little disaster planning after last week's episode with
Yeah.
Disaster Patrick, you know.
That's what's up,
Uh,
man. I'm
yeah,
gonna get
but
I'm gonna get me a pack and hide it away in the closet. You know, I'm gonna get me a
yeah,
pack, get my bug out bag ready.
the bug out bag. The
Yeah.
bug out bag. Gotta have a bug out bag ready.
Hey man, I'm thinking about getting some Kevlars too, just in case. You just never know, dog.
You never do.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know,
I don't know. It
man.
might bring back some flashbacks though. You know, like putting that Kevlar helmet on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, wait a minute.
bro. It's
Yeah.
football season.
Yes, it is, sir.
It's football season.
Are you
It's
okay?
supposed to be. It's
Are
supposed to
you
be the
okay?
happiest time of the year,
Supposed to be
and it's not
for some fans.
for some things. But man, Space Nation, y'all know who I rock with.
Give me Alabama!
And I'm hurting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm in Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm at a hotel surrounded by Michigan fans.
Straight up.
Oh yeah, they giving me all types of crap.
Yeah.
Because the last time Alabama was relevant, Michigan beat us.
Yeah.
And went on and won a national championship.
Yeah. Yeah. We did.
We have not been so fortunate since then. I'm walking around.
Very unfortunate over the weekend.
I'm seeing Michigan national championship stuff. They all are running around with their stuff because they ready for the game. I've got my Bama stuff on. I'm like, we back.
Yeah.
New season. Now, I honestly, that was the exterior me talking, right? The inner me was like, man, this quarterback ain't no good. We've seen him before, but I'm like, y'all around the team every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all have made him a captain of the team. Maybe he's improved. Maybe he's gotten better. Maybe he has earned the job.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the last time we saw him under center, it wasn't that way.
No.
I didn't feel he had earned it or deserved it. And it was time to move on. And I felt like he was there because he's been there for 3 years.
Yeah.
That they're giving him his shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm at a conference.
Yeah.
I'm watching the clock.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, listen, bro, you need to do me a solid, man. I know I'm supposed to be here to see my wife speak.
Yeah.
But you need to make sure she's before 3:00 because at 3:00,
it's over.
I gotta go watch the game. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ran into this one brother, right? He's one of the coaches at Tennessee State, but he's from Alabama.
Okay.
And he's an Auburn fan.
Oh.
Trash talking me. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Oh, we up 7-0 already.
Right.
He's like, already? I'm like, we about to rout him. It's about to be roll tide all day, every day up in here.
Yeah. Horns blowing, everything. Until
next thing I know, it's 7-7. Then I'm sitting in the car waiting on Mrs. Russ because I
Yeah.
struggle getting a phone signal.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on her. And it's 14-7, and I'm just yelling and
Yeah.
screaming and cursing in the car. We get back to the hotel room.
Mhm.
Wife's like, well, we leave the event. She's like, you want to get something to eat? I'm like, no, I just want to go watch the game. Just leave
Right.
me alone. Let me watch the game. We go do something afterwards, but
Mhm.
let me watch the game, right? We get back to the hotel room. Of course, we're in a hotel room, so I can't yell the way I want to yell. And I have already told her, when Alabama plays
Yeah.
or when the Panthers play,
Yeah.
don't take your butt to sleep.
Because you already know what's about to happen.
Right.
Yeah. You're gonna be
When
screaming
we're
at
at
the
home,
TV. Yeah.
you either leave, you either sit down here with me and yell with me, or you go upstairs, right? We're in a hotel.
Yeah.
She's as close as my monitor is to me.
Yeah.
So
It's over.
she goes to sleep.
Mm. What's she gonna
My
do
son
that for?
calls me. We're on the phone going back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm extra amplified
Mhm.
because now he's on the phone with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Talking trash.
And I'm just no, he's supporting me.
Yeah.
He supports me. He
Yeah.
understands my love for the A. And
Yeah.
so he follows along with me because I give him the same respect for the Eagles. He's an
Right.
Eagles fan. I
Okay.
give him that
Okay.
same respect. So he
Okay.
gives me the same respect for the A.
Yeah.
So he's watching the game and I'm just like, oh my God. I'm about to throw the phone. I'm so mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the whole time my wife, and I see her roll over, pulling the covers over her head.
Hey, she need her own room. That's what this. That's what that man.
Now I'm pacing the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
And she's just looking at me. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. By that time, what was it? 28? Was it 28-7? 28-14, I think it was.
31-17.
31-17. Yeah.
I just
Oh.
I just couldn't. I couldn't. I have not watched any more football since.
Oh, no.
I have not watched any other game.
Oh.
Nothing. I'm glad the NFL didn't start Sunday because I would have been in that much hurt that I would have missed the Panthers game.
You didn't want to watch two disappointments in one day, huh?
No, I couldn't do it. I was so drained, mentally drained after that one.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Because I was watching the Michigan game. And I was like, okay, New Mexico bringing a little bit of heat. They better get on that game.
Right.
You know, Mexico brought a little heat with them. It was almost
Y'all
like
paid all that money for that quarterback.
It was almost like the Appalachian State game a few years back.
Right.
When Michigan got walloped by Appalachian State, and they went on a downhill spiral after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
right.
I was worried at first, and then it got better. I was like, okay, we all right. We're gonna make it. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say we're gonna beat Ohio State every game. You know what I mean? But we in there for the Big Ten. We in there for the Big Ten. We in there. I ain't gonna trip on it. I'm gonna leave it just like it is. I'm waiting on the NFL to start. I need my Lions.
You know what, man?
Need my
I was
Lions
in this.
back.
I was in one of the malls, man, and I'm sitting there, and I had a Detroit Lions shirt in my hand, and I had to pull it up against me, and I said, you know what? I should get this shirt just so I can rock it for less on the show.
Yeah.
In support. And I'm like, if I got this shirt, I would be kicked out the family. I can't do it. And then on top of it, it was right next to all the Michigan stuff.
All the Michigan stuff. That's right.
I was like, no.
That's right.
I couldn't do it.
You in the
and what
home.
was funny to me, right, I'm walking the store because my wife was shopping. So I'm walking the store and all the way in the back corner, right?
Yeah.
I see a Tigers jersey, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you and I've been to a Tigers game before.
Yeah. Yeah. Tiger.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. You should have got it.
So I grabbed it. I said, "Oh, this is my size and everything.
Yeah.
I'm about to rock this Detroit Tigers jersey."
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But of course, across the front, it says Tigers baseball in orange.
Yeah.
And I'm like, coming back down here, people's
gonna
gonna think it's Clemsuck. And I was like, I can't do it. Even though the D is on the sleeve, you don't see that up front when I'm walking towards you. All you're gonna see is
all
Tigers.
you see is that big
baseball.
orange Tigers.
And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I passed on it. And then it was funny. All the way in the very back corner, the last rack was Michigan State stuff.
They hate on Michigan State so bad.
I'm like, Detroit Lions and Michigan stuff was all up front center.
Yeah.
Front center. And this is all the way in the back corner, the very last rack.
But what you didn't see was Detroit Pistons, probably.
There wasn't. There was absolutely no Piston stuff in there.
Because it was behind Michigan State and Central University. You know what I'm saying? It's in there. But it's like 2 jerseys. That's it. You can find an old school Isaiah Thomas jersey before you can find any of them other ones.
It just dawned on me that I did not see anything. I saw a Red Wings jersey.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I could rock a Red Wings jersey. And I'm just like, nah. I think I might get back into watching a little bit more hockey this year. And I want to go see the Hurricanes play and stuff. But I used to be an old Philadelphia Flyers fan too. So
yeah. Hey, listen, the hierarchy right now is the Lions, the Tigers, the college teams.
Yeah.
Then maybe the Pistons. Oh, Red Wings. Sorry.
Red Wings.
Red Wings top 3. Yep. Pro sports top 3. Then all the colleges. Then the Pistons. They back there. People forgot all about the bad boys. People forgot all about that time, when the Pistons was winning and they was beating Jordan. You know what I mean? They forget all about that time. Then we had another little run, with Chauncey and Rip and all those guys. And it's just like kind of dead now. People don't remember it no more. But I remember it. I'm a native. Right. I remember it. I remember the parade and I remember all the craziness, between Detroit and Chicago, that Eastern Conference final.
Right.
Yeah. I remember all of it. So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So, but I'm glad you had fun in my city, bro.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. Oh, bro. I had, and I know you're afraid to try the boba tea. But I went to a spot over in Taylor.
Yeah.
Best boba tea I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Because they will actually do it frozen. And so you still have the boba down in it, but your drink is frozen.
Yeah, my nieces.
Everywhere else I've had it has been over ice.
My nieces love it, man.
Oh,
they love it. I'm like,
the lady was like, "Do you want it over ice or would you like it frozen?" I was like, "I can get it frozen." She's like, "Sure." And
new experience.
Mrs. Russ wasn't with me, and I texted her. I'm like, "Hey, I was actually going to pick her up, and I'm waiting on her to come out." And I went in there while I was waiting on her. I texted her. I'm like, "Hey, you want something?" I didn't even give her the option. I said, "This is the flavor she like. Let me get her a frozen one too."
Right.
Oh, she was in heaven. Like this place.
You can't find that down here.
Can't find that down here at all. Like that was the experience right there.
Yeah. Maybe we should open up a shop. Frozen boba.
There you go.
Yeah. I may
There
not
you
like
go.
it, but I like money. I may not like it, but I like money.
Man, I tell
Hey,
you, man.
ain't nothing wrong with a
Uh,
few extra dollars
yeah,
in your pocket. You know what I mean?
man. Because it's called and if you're in Taylor, go to Z's Bubble Tea. Man,
Mm,
it's worth it. Get you a frozen. You can get in whatever assorted flavor that you want. Get that frozen. Get you you can mix a couple of different frozen the popping boba with it,
mm.
because I had the strawberry with the passion fruit in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Now, was
amazing.
that on Eureka? Was it on
Yeah,
Telegraph? What was right off
right
Eureka?
off right off Eureka. It's off
Okay.
Eureka.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. There you go.
yeah,
There you go, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen. If you're ever in the Taylor
Definitely.
area,
Yeah, if
stop
you're in the
by.
Taylor area, get you some frozen boba over at Z's Bubble Tea.
Z's
And
Bubble Tea.
while that, we gotta go to break. But before we
Yeah.
go to break, we got to tell you about our sponsor. And you guys, you already know who it is. It's Manscaped. Gentlemen, and the brave partners who love them, let's talk about landscaping. No, not your lawn. We're talking about personal property maintenance. Introducing from Manscaped, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the only tool that makes trimming your hedges feel like upgrading your sports car. With precision blades, skin-safe technology, and a light so bright you could land a plane. This thing doesn't just mow, it glides. So say goodbye to nicks, snags, and that terrifying moment when your clipper sounds like it's eating your furniture. Listen, guys, use our code TMSP20 and get 20% off your first order and free shipping. Because if it's free, I'll take 3. So fellas, if you want your front yard to look well presentable, then get the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra from Manscaped, because your body deserves curb appeal too. So, big bro.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I had to cut the phone. I was checking out a little social media during the break.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, our guy Sean, man, from Cartoon Junkyard with
Yes,
the
sir.
Jam and Jelly. I mean, he's been doing some great things. I talked with him recently.
Mhm.
We're getting him back on the show real soon.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, he's got some new books out, and it's time to get him back on the show. So he'll be
Okay.
on real soon. But I was watching a video,
Mhm.
and it was talking about how this woman put the man in the friend zone, and
Mm.
he's sitting there on the couch with her, and the woman is beautiful,
Mm.
and she's like, "Hey, I want to ask you something," and he's like, "Yeah," and she gets real close to him, and she says, "This guy texted me this, and I don't know what this," and so he's just so
Oh,
deflated.
yeah.
And then she says, "I want to show you something." And so she starts pulling at her shirt, and he's like, "Yeah." And
Mhm.
she starts undoing her bra under her shirt, and she
Mhm.
pulls it off. And he's like, "Yeah." And she says, "What do you think of this bra? Because I don't know if he'll like it or not. Because, he's going to see me in it, and he's going to see it on the floor and stuff. But what do you yeah, that type of stuff. You know, and it just got me thinking about, friend zone stuff, right?
Oh man. Where my keys at? my keys at? I mean, what other wait, what other reasons do you need other than to find your keys at that point? Ex-
Pretty much.
yeah, I mean,
Pretty
especially
much. Pretty much.
if well, she obviously doesn't know his intentions.
Right. Right. He's just a
Obviously,
good, sweet guy. And
yeah, just a nice guy.
I think that good, sweet guy is that break in case of emergency friend for a woman.
And it's a under your nose and never even know what's directly in front of you.
I don't think that a lot of women are that naive not to know that his intentions is trying to make like
I think it
you
just
may
depends. It just depends.
I don't think any woman is that naive to
I
know that that's not what
well,
he wants you.
well, if he came across that way from the very beginning, and those are the vibes that she picked up,
So
because
there is
it's possible to
there
get
yes,
feelings afterwards. Yeah.
it is. It
Mhm.
is. So um have you been friend zoned before?
Yes.
And so let me explain to the Man Space Nation.
Yeah. What a friend zone
Every
is.
every male has a female friend. That is
Mhm.
not friend zone. That is a female friend or a female associate. Doesn't matter. Every woman has a male friend or a male associate. That is not the friend zone.
No.
Though your friends, your associates are not friend zone. Your friend zone person
Mhm.
is a person who actually has those feelings for you that you do not reciprocate, but you keep them around as that go-to friend.
Mhm.
They in your world, they're your bestie. In
Mhm.
their world, they're pining away for you, and their heart is breaking every time you go out on a date with somebody else.
Right. Exactly.
So, have you had that happen to you before,
Yeah,
miss?
man. Yeah. Yeah. I've
What
had it
happened in
happen to
your
me.
situation?
I was it was puppy love though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I've always entertained the older ladies. You know,
Mhm.
I've always like,
Mhm.
yeah. And anyway, it was a older lady, you know, what older girl. And I was trying to push up on her, but she had eyes for my homeboy, but would always talk to me about the stuff, would always come
Mhm.
say with me. And I got the how I look in this. Do you think he'll like it? And I was like,
Yeah.
wait it, because I know he didn't want her.
Right.
He's too busy doing other stuff.
Right.
And I did, but she wanted him and didn't want me.
Right.
And I was like, well, you know, finally I had to say something. And she's like, no, I look at you as a brother. Like you're like a brother. And I mean, when I say a dagger,
But
she could have cut
at
me with a
least,
Sharpie. It's exacto right there.
yeah,
You know, and
at least you made your play because
yeah,
a lot of times with men that are in that friend zone,
yeah,
they
they won't
never
speak
step
up.
out. They
Yep.
never speak out.
Mhm.
And honestly, I remember being in high school.
Mhm.
I was a 10th grader. And I remember this girl who I had the biggest crush on because I knew her from middle school.
Yeah, yeah.
And we ended up coming into high school. And of course, now it's high school,
Mhm.
it's a whole different world now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Things
man.
look a little different than they did when you
Mhm.
was in middle school.
Yeah.
Now we're in, her and I got classes together. And of course, we're close to each other because
Mhm.
we came from middle school together.
Right.
So we knew each other. We instantly were around each other, right?
Mhm.
And I wanted her. I
Mm.
was on the football team,
Mhm.
and the quarterback of the football team wanted her.
Mm. Mhm.
And so he's going through me to get to her.
Yeah.
I'm
Because you
trying to
knew
keep
her.
my Right. I'm trying to keep my rep because the quarterback of the football team is also a senior.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my high school is 10th, 11th, and 12th. So
Right.
for us, we're the freshmen, even though we're not technically freshmen,
Right.
we're the new kids, right?
Mhm,
So I'm trying to get my rep at this school, right?
mhm.
So of course, me running with the senior quarterback of
Right.
the football team
Boosted you up.
boosted me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I reluctantly I did it.
Mm,
I didn't want to.
that
I
hurt
was
too.
hurt.
Because
Oh, I was hurt.
then you got to hear about it.
Yes. Yes. So
Yeah.
I hope she never sees this, but anyway. But
It don't matter anyway now.
it don't
That
matter
was a
now.
gazillion years ago.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Hey. Anyway. But yeah, so that happened to me at that time, right?
Yeah.
And what made it even worse was that he had a girlfriend.
Mm. Mm.
And he's like, you can have her.
It pushed her off of you.
Yes.
What a friend. What
Right.
a friend. You know, he thought she was doing you a favor.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a senior too.
Yeah. And all of a sudden he taking your whole sweetheart away from you.
Right. Crushed me. Right.
Hey man, but I think those are I think those are things that are necessary.
Yeah.
I think those are things that are necessary in life, man. Real talk. I just do. Because you don't learn who you are if you don't go
Of
through
course.
things like that. You know,
Of course.
and
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say is you gotta have some of those, emotional type things as you grow into a man or into a
Mhm.
woman. So you understand your feelings,
Yeah.
the things you do and you won't do. But I had to go through it a few more times.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some days you the pilot, some days you the co-pilot. You know what I'm saying? But it happens, man. And
Have you
put somebody in friend zone.
ever have you ever done that to somebody?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
knew that she had interest in you and you friended her.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. How did my daddy used to say it?
Mm.
All money ain't good money.
Yeah.
You can use that analogy if you like.
Okay.
However,
So before let me see if I can read between the lines and decipher this.
yeah.
And then you tell me if I'm on the money.
Okay, let's see. Let's hear it.
So she was into you
Yes.
and she was not up to your standards at that time. She
It
didn't
was
meet your standards.
it was not what I wanted. Not that
Okay.
that she didn't meet my standards.
So she had a pulse, which was your standards.
I was young, man. I was young, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I was young.
Okay.
You don't know your standard until you know your standard. You
Right.
don't know how far you won't go until you go that far. You know what I mean? Hey,
Yeah.
but it wasn't for me,
Okay.
right?
Explain to the Man Space Nation wants to know what's for you. So
No, I
explain.
ain't gonna go all into what's for me. I can tell you what's not.
Right.
At that time
Okay.
was not for me. Was she was she was an athlete. She was
Mhm.
athletic. I like kind of girly girls, right? We were homies. We played basketball together.
Mhm.
She,
Oh,
we
you had
rode
loving
bikes.
basketball before
Nah,
loving basketball.
nah, wasn't no love. I wasn't the one in love. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? But she didn't fit what I thought I wanted at
Mm.
that time. But she was cool. She was a good person. I mean, we shared, you know what I'm saying? We sat and we talked and I thought I was talking to one of my homies.
Right, because she was to you, she was just like
She
one of the
was my
guys.
home. She was like one of the guys.
Yeah, yeah,
She wore jogging pants like I did. You know,
yeah.
you didn't see her dressed up and there's, you know, skirts and stuff like that. It was, hey, let's go play some ball. Okay.
Mm.
You know, let's go play football. She was just as tough as some of the dudes that I knew. She
Oh,
would play
okay.
tackle football with us,
Oh,
right?
okay. Right.
She was a little, but you know, I had to say this. She was the sister of 4 other boys,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
right? And she was the little one. So she
So,
had to be
yeah,
tough, you
yeah.
know? And in Michigan, when we grew up in those days, you go outside in the wintertime, bro, it was snow on the ground. So either
Mm-hmm.
we played in it or we stayed in the house. And if you was in the house, it wasn't nothing but rough housing in there in the basement.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's fighting and arguing and you know, wrestling. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her slam dudes. You know, that's my
Yeah.
dog. You know what I mean? That's how I looked at it. That's my dog. Even
Right.
though, even though she wasn't, you know, I didn't see her like that. You know, my friends was like, dude, that's your get your girl. Cause she was
Right.
always she was like one of us. She talked
Mm-hmm.
trash and she'll fight.
Yeah.
You know, I was her fifth brother, is what I thought. You know, so when she was with me, we together. You fight, I fight. I fight, you
Mm-hmm.
fight. You know,
Right.
but she just wasn't that. I didn't
Right.
see that. But I wanted one of her friends,
Mm.
right? So if she sees this, I'm not gonna call her name,
Mm-hmm.
but if you see it, you know, that's what it was. She found out later, of course. And I found out later, but I didn't look at her like that. And that's the thing
When you found out, did you find out from her? Or did you find out from somebody else?
from her.
Okay.
She told me.
Okay.
She told me years later, like
Uh yeah.
10 or 15 years later.
Gotcha. So
It was way,
but
I mean, we had got out
do
of
you think
school. I was in the
if
military, all that.
you would have experienced that at the time, if she would have sat there and just said it at that time, do you think that would have changed the whole outlook?
No,
Mhm.
no, nah, because her brothers would beat up everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have changed it.
Okay.
Even if she said I wouldn't have done it because I looked at her as my homie, you know, that's my dog. You know
Right.
what I mean? I
Right.
can't
Right.
break that. And then her brother was one of my best friends.
Right.
You know, like I'd spend the night over there, all types of stuff. You know, my
Right.
parents was like, that girl like you, that's your girlfriend. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You know,
Yeah.
and she was a nice looking girl.
Hmm.
She grew into a swan. I'll just say that.
And usually that's the case.
Usually that is the case. She grew into
Yeah.
a swan.
Yeah.
And you see, I seen her 10, 15 years later
Hmm.
and was like, oh my goodness. You know, but by
Yeah.
that time I was married, had kids. She was married,
Right.
she had kids. But so we
Hmm.
reminisce on the old stuff. And hey, homie, you know what I mean? Vow to keep in
Right.
touch, but we just
Never
let that
did.
go.
Yeah, because
Yeah, we just
life
let
be
that go.
life, and
The life be
yeah,
life.
yeah,
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 yeah. I didn't
yeah,
want to cause
yeah,
no problems for her, and she didn't want to cause no problems for me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Understood.
yeah,
Understood.
yeah. But that was
Um,
not that was my first friend zone. But I've done it plenty of time. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Just because I've been friend zone plenty of times, man. You, you know,
Okay.
girls like them high yellow dudes. You know, they're over 6 foot tall.
Bro, let me tell you, Going back to my little situation, when he tried to push the girl off on me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
She said, she told me this. She says, you would be the perfect catch if you were dark skinned.
Just couldn't get away from her Big Red. You know what I'm saying? She just had to go
Just
ahead and
messed.
tear it all down.
Oh, yeah. So now I done lost a woman that I've been pining away for. It's from
Yeah,
middle school all the way up to high school,
yeah.
and so I just lost her, and I got kicked while I was down.
You would be a perfect catch. You just not dark enough. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Now that's a hell of a reason.
yeah.
Colorism. That's all I'm gonna say.
Colorism. Yeah.
Colorism. But you know,
Mhm.
it's a kind of dangerous game. You know what I mean? Because certain people get in their feelings about certain things sometimes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I believe in making your intentions known, you know,
Mhm.
in those type of situations. So everybody's clear, you know. But that's the adult in me now speaking.
Yeah.
You know, in previous years, it would, I mean, in my younger years, I didn't care, you
Of
know.
course.
You
Of
feel like,
course.
you know, oh yeah, she's
But
talking to me,
I,
you
I
know.
do get that about, okay, that's not what you wanted at that time, because yeah,
Mhm,
just kind of thinking back to those years, there were others that,
mhm,
at the
mhm.
time they were into me where I was into somebody else, and I'm like, nope,
Ex-
I'm keeping
Yeah.
myself available for somebody else, and
Mhm.
you know and it's funny, while I'm zoning them, I'm being friend zoned at the
Friend zone
same
by the
time.
other. Exactly.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
But you
yeah.
know,
So
and how that all turns around now is like, you know,
mhm.
I don't want nobody that don't want me.
That's true.
You
That's
know what
true.
I'm saying? I just, I'm just that way. I'm just
Yeah.
built that way. You know, you don't want me. I ain't.
Yeah, but that's your you now. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's
you
what I said.
now
That's
because
this me now. Yeah, yeah.
I'm the way now that, I could I could care less. I'm perfectly fine sitting here by myself.
If
I know how to
I
cook.
can
I don't
clean and
yeah,
wash and sew
yeah,
and iron, I can do all of that.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
you know.
That's one thing my mother made sure of is all of her
Mhm.
boys knew
Yeah.
how to do domesticated things.
I had a stretch where I stayed single for probably like a year and a half.
Mhm,
And I had a female that we were friends
mhm,
because of my situation up front,
mhm.
right? At the time when I met her, I was already married when I met her.
Right, right.
Um, and her and I just, became like really, really tight friends.
Mhm.
When I got divorced from my daughter's mother, um, her and I just stayed friends, right?
Right.
But we stayed super tight, to like to the point where, we would, if we wanted to go grab something to eat, it was nothing for us to go out to grab something to eat. It'd
Right.
be nothing for us to, like, she had a key to my house, I had a key to her place, right?
Mhm,
It,
mhm.
if she'd check on my dog, I check on her dog, that type of stuff. If one of us was out of town or whatever.
Yeah.
But we were that tight, hey, you want to go catch a movie? Sure, let's go catch a movie, right?
Mhm,
But it was like one of those things where it was the friendship, and
mhm.
then I started seeing stuff that wasn't there, or maybe it could have been there, right?
Right, right.
Like, I'm like, what would, your mind starts to wonder, like, oh, what would your life be,
Mhm,
um I think we were out one day and we played the role as a couple,
mhm.
right? Just for the situation at the time, right?
Right.
And it had me kind of like, okay. like
This
the
could
dude in that
possibly
video.
work.
Like
Yeah.
this could possibly be something, right?
Hmm.
But nothing ever happened, right?
Right.
Because I was stuck in that friend zone. I was in a place where I could never say something because I was so afraid of losing that friendship that
Mm.
and that's one of the hardest things,
Mm.
especially when you build and that's one of the hardest things about when you have a relationship.
Yeah.
uh the most important part of the relationship is building that strong
Yeah.
friendship,
Yep. Absolutely.
right? That is the
Absolutely.
basis of a strong relationship, is a strong
Absolutely.
friendship. But it's
Friendship.
like when you establish that friendship and it's like, man, I value this too much
Hmm.
to mess it up that I could never say something.
Yeah.
Or what if I say something and she ain't
She's
feeling
not
that stuff?
reciprocating. Yeah, because then it's going to be
Yeah,
awkward.
it's
You know what I
awkward.
mean? Because
Yeah,
she knows your feelings, and
right.
it's the same the other way. If
Mm-hmm.
she exposes her feelings, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's awkward now because it's like, I don't even look at you like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You my sister. Or if
Yeah.
a female
Yeah.
tells
Yeah.
you my brother.
You're like
I
your brother.
don't even
Yeah.
look at you
Oh,
like that. Ugh.
yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
gonna make the friendship kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you can get by it. But in most cases, that person who said that they like the other one will still continue to
Mm-hmm.
like that one,
Right.
regardless. One day you might change your
Right.
mind. You being
Mm-hmm.
persistent, yeah, there's
Right.
some
Right.
benefits of
Right.
being persistent, but
Mm-hmm.
there's some downfalls to being persistent. And that's
Yeah.
probably one of them, losing that friendship,
Mm-hmm.
understanding that you can lose your friendship,
Yeah.
because of that. But you know, when I went through that a couple times when I was young, it made me
Mm-hmm.
realize some stuff. And I did learn this as young, is that, you know, you can't put yourself in those situations. You can control a lot of that with intentions. You know what I mean? But you hang around somebody long enough and you start seeing different things and things you like, it could lead to that. you
Right.
know it is a possibility,
Mm-hmm.
because I married my best friend the second time. You know why? It's because we took our time and
Right.
we talked and we
But
got to learn each other, and
it got to the point,
we
but
didn't put
you're
expectations on it.
right. But your friendship that you have with your wife right now,
Yeah.
it wasn't that y'all had this friendship first before you
First.
started dating,
No, that's true.
right?
That's
You
true.
developed that
Yeah.
friendship during the course of dating,
Yeah.
right?
That became through. There's a
completely
different
different.
component. Yeah.
There's a very very different component.
Yeah.
It's
But it still comes down to
mm,
having someone being your friend,
yeah.
right? We just continued going forward instead of friend
Hmm.
zoning, right?
Yeah.
Because we were friends. We had to become friends to become comfortable with each other. You know,
That's true.
I get
That
it.
is,
It's a
that is
little,
true.
yeah, it is a little different, but it still has some of the same components to it. To
Hmm.
Because believe it or not, friendships are relationships. it's
Yeah.
just it's just it's just a different level of
Yeah.
relationships. You know what I mean? Because you
So
think about it. Go ahead.
mhm.
I was just saying
No,
you
go
think
ahead.
about
Finish your point.
it. Think about it.
Hmm.
What is the difference between a male and female friendship and a male and female relationship?
Sex.
The physical intimacy,
Hmm.
but the emotional is there. The communication is there.
Hmm.
All of those things you want, the honesty, all those things you want in a
A lot of
relationship and a
times,
spouse.
it's
That's
all the benefits of a boyfriend or a girlfriend without the physical
without the
intimacy.
fits. That's it. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So we're running low on time, but
Mhm.
I put these little bullet points here that I want to go through real quick about escaping the friend zone. Chime in if you agree or disagree with these. But
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's run it.
all right,
Run it.
so you got to get out the friend zone. You got to shift the dynamic. Don't always be that safe fallback. A lot of times you are, oh, hey, my moving company, oh, my car broke down. Oh, I need a ride. Oh, I need this. I need that. You're that fallback person for that person. And
Mhm.
you can't always be that fallback, right?
Yeah.
Be direct. If you don't always have to come straight out and say, listen, girl, I'm into you, I like you. You can flirt, you can express some interest, do something to where she understands your intention. You
Yeah.
don't have to come
Yeah.
all the way out and say it. If you got the gut to say it, but do something where she understands that you're interested in her.
Mhm. Yeah.
Give some space, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes attraction grows when you give some space. So if
That's
you
right.
back yourself away from a situation,
Mhm.
sometimes they may be like, hold up.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. When you get somebody else? Oh,
Right. Yeah.
that type of thing, right?
Mhm.
And then the last thing is recognize when it's time to move on. Self-respect
Mm.
is the key. You got to respect yourself, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're that fallback guy, you get put in some very awkward situations.
Yeah.
And I've been put in those situations and
Yeah.
it's not fun. It
Yeah.
is definitely not fun. So
Mhm. The only one that I would probably say something about is the fallback guy.
yeah.
Because if you if you're not there for them,
Mhm.
right? I guess there's a fine line.
There's a fine line.
There
You
is
can't be there all the
all the
time,
time. Yeah. And that's what you
right?
said, all the time. Yeah,
Right.
I get that. I get that. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they continue to rely on you only and only you, you'll never break out of that spot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Especially in the situation how they view you. Oh, that's my homeboy. He'll do anything for me.
Right. Yep.
Or, oh, that's my
Have
man. And I
have you seen
know
those
he'll do.
videos? Have you seen those videos where they'll have these women sitting there and it's like, "Hey, call you know,
Yeah, call your
your
husband or
friend
call your
zone, yeah,
friend.
call
Yeah,
your friend zone, yeah, and
yeah,
ask them, say these things, and like, "Oh, my
yeah,
car, where are you, where are you at?" Or, "Oh, I need this and that and the other," and they
yeah,
just send them up and just trying to see if the dude will do it, right?
yeah, yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah.
And most
It's
guys, it depends.
it
I ain't gonna
depends.
say most guys. If they're in danger, I think most guys would
Yeah,
stand up.
if you're in danger, there's a difference.
My car's broke down.
But
I'm on the side of the road. I'm gonna say about 95% of men are if that's a friend of yours, you're gonna go help,
yeah, absolutely,
right? Because you could
absolutely.
call me and say, "Hey man, I'm on the side of the road." And I'm like, "You bigger than me. Shit, you should be
Mhm.
okay." But I'm still coming. I'm coming. I'm coming
It's
to help
time for
you.
the last word. It's time for the
I'm coming to
last
help you change.
And now, the last word.
word. I, I
Coming to help
can't with you.
you, bro.
I can't with you. I really can't with you. Oh man, the last word, man. Oh my gosh.
Hey, the last word is real talk. Be
Hmm.
clear with your intentions,
Yeah,
right? Understand where you are in a relationship, right? And be
yeah,
clear with your intentions. If you're in
yeah,
plan to date somebody, be clear with that. I
yeah.
want to date you. If you just want to be friends, be clear with that intention.
Hmm.
That we just friends, man.
The
You
friend
know?
zone really isn't. It's not a prison sentence. It's just clarity,
No,
right?
it's
That's what it really
clarity.
comes down
That's
to. It's
it.
clarity.
It's just
And if
clarity.
someone doesn't want you, don't force it. A friendship can still be valuable. A lot of times people are just in your life for that season and they're there for you to to learn from.
They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Seasons and reasons.
Yep.
You know.
Let's take it to break.
All right, brother.
As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration. Let's be honest, determination is just basically stubbornness dressed up in a fancy suit. It's the thing that makes you say, I'll finish this project even if it kills me, or worse, keeps me from Netflix. Determination is what separates the person who gives up at the first sign of difficulty from the person who spends 3 hours watching a YouTube tutorial on how to fix a leaky faucet and only end up flooding the bathroom. But hey, they learned something in the end. Here's the truth. Nobody wakes up feeling determined every single day. Some mornings, determination feels more like, I'm determined to stay in bed and see how long I can survive on the snacks within the arm's reach. But that's not real growth. That's just laziness in disguise as a survival tactic. Real determination is messy. It's showing up when you're tired, failing a few times on the path, laughing at how badly you failed along the way, and then trying again anyway. I know some people may call that insanity, but really it's not. It's pushing forward with the confidence of someone who clearly has no idea how long this is going to take, but refuses to stop. So next time you're faced with something tough, remember, determination doesn't guarantee instant success, but it does guarantee you'll have some of the funniest stories later. After all, I gave up never made a good story. But I tried 27 times, and somehow it worked. Always does. Manspace Nation, go out there and be determined. And if it just means being determined to make it to Friday, that counts too. Until next time. Be determined.
I go out of the house determined every single day. Sometimes I come home defeated though, but it's all right. I tried. Ain't gonna be successful every day, you know.
No, not every day. Not every day. Hey, I'm determined to win this Powerball. So,
hey, me and you both. I promise you this: if I win it, we straight. We include you. So,
thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
We straight. We are straight.
Because yeah, I got you, bro.
I know.
I got you.
I know.
Because yeah,
I'm gonna help you change that tire, and you're gonna help me change my tire. That's it.
Wait, I gotta do my stuff. Monday nights, you can catch the latest episode of the Manspace Podcast on WTMSTV.com. Look at the two handsome dudes on that picture.
Man, I tell you, boy, look like I got the same shirt on.
I know, that's right. WTMSTV.com, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Thursday on the Manspace Podcast, it's Throwback Thursday, WTMSTV.com, with back-to-back episodes of the Manspace Podcast. Throwback Thursdays. And now I can say my line. On that note,
we out of here.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Manspace.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Manspace updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at manspacenat1.
Until next time, Man Space Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.